Well, COVID-19 halted tourism and travel, seeing pilots and air crews all over the world grounded for months and, in some instances, years. Airlines are now reportedly finding their crews are struggling to adapt to life back in the skies. For more on this, I'm joined by Sky's own aviation expert, Byron Bailey. Good afternoon to you, Byron.
Good afternoon, Julie.
Well, Byron, if I am about to be jumping on a Qantas flight, should I be concerned with the memo that reportedly states they're making a few errors, things like commencing takeoff with the park brake set, misidentification of altitude at airspeed? Should we be worried?
No, I think it's a bit of a beat up. Qantas is still the safest airline in the world. But when you've been a pilot that's been sitting on the sidelines for 18 months and you're called in and you're thrown into a simulator and you have to go through all the abbreviated training again, when you come out, you're pretty well ready to go. It's just the stress level would be higher than normal because you're back in the cockpit for the first time. You're required legally to do 3 takeoffs and landings every 90 days to be current, but that can be done in a simulator. If you get in an airplane, the weather's not good, you're a bit rusty, but the system is designed with 2 pilots where, sure, if you forget to release the park brake as you go to taxi, no problem. The first item on the taxi checklist is park brake released. So anything you do from memory is always backed up by a checklist. And as for leaving the park brake on and going to take off, the first thing you're going to get is the aircraft system. A voice will say, configuration warning, which means you've left your park brake on. It's a very safe system. It's just that pilots are a little bit rusty. They take things more slowly than normal, but it's still safe. And Qantas is still the safest airline going.
Well, that makes the rest of us feel that little bit better. I mean, who hasn't left the brake on occasionally when they've taken off? What is What is the process to get flight fit, I suppose you could say? What is the training that pilots have had to go through during this period of time when they haven't been in the skies as frequently?
Yeah, well, a colleague of mine was stood down 18 months ago, and he's just been popping into the simulator every few months just to keep his hand in. And when they decided to pull him back online on the 787, he was called in to do an abbreviated refresher course, which included all the emergency training and the whole 9 yards, all the failures, everything else. So, yeah, the public can be very assured that the world's safest airline is still producing the goods. Pilots always make little mistakes. They're probably going to be a little rusty, and the memory, muscle memory is important when you're doing the flow checks of retracting the flap when you're clearing the runway after landing and stuff like that, pitos off. If you forget something, the checklist is always then back up anything that you may miss. So it's not a big deal at all.
And Byron, I suppose the overall feeling must be pilots, air crews are just so thrilled to be back doing what they love, doing what they were trained to do.
Oh, absolutely. It's the best job in the world. I was a captain with Emirates for 20 years and now I fly private jets, but I just love flying every day. And most pilots do. So, yeah, no, it's still the safest way to travel in the world.
Byron, if you ever need anyone to be on a private jet, you just give me a call, you just let me know, and if you leave the handbrake on, I'm okay with that.
All right, Julie, thank you.
Byron Bailey, lovely to see you. Thanks for your time.
All right, cheers, bye.